Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Gratitude Happy Hour. It's all about gratitude, and it's all about being happy in this moment that we are in, this now moment. So, hello and welcome, and thank you all for being here with me today. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Hi, Stacy. Glad to see you on here. Gratitude. That's what we're here for. I am so grateful for life. I'm grateful for all of you in my life. And I'm here today just to share that gratitude out and share the love for all of you that are coming in. Hi, Tammy. Just come on in here because we're going to do some talking about gratitude and how this show came to be. I want to just share that with you all. I had a very, very special friend who shared gratitude out every day. And when he left his physical body, there was a hole. There was nothing like what he was doing every day. It was so unique and so different in sharing out gratitude. So that's how Gratitude Happy Hour was born a few years ago. And I dedicated it to the man that just made such a difference in my life. So welcome to everyone that's coming in. It's so good to see all of you here. Sherry, hi honey, thank you for being here. Charlie, thank you all for coming in. So much love and so much gratitude for the people in my life. And this man that I was talking about, he just inspired me. And he would have me on to some of his shows. He interviewed me quite a bit. And I wrote a book called Hugs in Love, my 5-month journey from cocoon to butterfly. So he loved that book. And one of the things that he loved in the book was a story that I told about happy memory hunting. So I would like to just share that chapter in the book. I would like for you all to hear about happy memory hunting. And welcome to the viewers on Twitch, on Periscope, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Yes, it's streaming out to all of those right now. And welcome, and thank you for being here. So the story I want to share with you is called Happy Memory Hunting. And this is from my book, Hugs in Love. I found out this week that you can actually read your own copyrighted material online, that you don't get in trouble for doing that. Oh, well, hello to Erica. Tell her I said hi, Charlie, and that I love her so much. So this is what I want to share with you from the book called Hugs in Love. As I sit here and listen to the rain outside my window, I am transported back in time to my childhood, growing up in the hills of Kentucky. I loved to lie in bed and listen to the raindrops falling on the roof and breathe in the freshness of everything as it was being washed. Isn't it amazing how we can actually smell the same smell of a remembered time, or know exactly what we were doing, feeling, or maybe even saying many years ago at a particular time? We take our senses for granted way too much. They are how we build those memories. The smell of bacon cooking in the morning while lying in bed, trying to catch those last few minutes of rest before the day begins. The sound of my mother quietly singing her favorite hymn or country song. The feel of the grass underneath my bare feet in the summertime, and the beauty of icicles frozen on tree branches in the winter, glistening in the sunlight. These memories are mine. Nobody can steal them or borrow them. They are what make me unique. Maybe others were there when all of that was happening, experiencing the very same thing as me, yet having their very own unique memory of it and maybe feeling very differently than me in response to it all. Maybe they didn't like bacon or grass or rain or frozen tree branches. And that's perfectly okay, because really, the only person I have to be concerned about being happy is me. Nobody can make another person happy, just like we cannot make anyone like bacon or the sound and smell of rain. One of my favorite things to do is pick a happy memory, remember where I was, what it smelled like, what the sounds were, perhaps a song playing or being sung, and just dwell there for a minute on that feeling of pure happiness, bringing it into my present time and feeling it all over again. Then I try to go about my day making a new happy moment that will be there, uniquely mine, with the knowledge that I can call upon it anytime I want to in the future, for however many days or years that may be. So you see, happiness really is a choice we make. We can either look back at negative experiences and dwell on those, and if that's what floats your boat and you enjoy that state of mind, then go for it. Or if you can go happy memory hunting with a smile on your face and a spring in your step, then hugs and love to you. So that was happy memory hunting from Hugs and Love. And it is one of my favorite things to do still. Just pulling up a memory, thinking about what it felt like, what that experience was like. You know, many times when I tune in and channel the loved ones that have gone on into spirit, they bring through a smell, a familiar smell, or a familiar saying or word or experience to share with their loved ones. So those happy memories that we make every day really do make a difference in our life. It really is something that we're not going to forget, that we take with us, right? So I want to know, have you ever gone happy memory hunting? And do you want to share what some of your happy memories are? Was there something like the rain on a tin roof or the feel of the grass underneath your feet that takes you back to a happier time, maybe to a time where you were making really great memories? I remember the time I spent in Hawaii. One of my favorite moments was standing at the edge of the water as the sun was setting and just watching it go down in beyond the horizon, watching that green flash that happens at that very last moment. And I was told to pay attention, that it was going to happen, but I didn't believe it. And then when I actually saw it with my own eyes, wow, there's nothing like that. There are so many memories that we can pull from and go right back to that place, can't we? So I'd love to know what some of your experiences are. What are some of your happy moments? What's something that just takes you right into that place of happiness, of joy? I'd love for you to share that. Gratitude is all a state of mind. It really is. It's what you're able to put out there that's going to bring you more joy. Because if we're going into gratitude, just think about it. When we tell somebody, I'm grateful for you, what happens is we get the good feeling, right? It may bring the joy, it may bring something up that's really warm and fuzzy and happy to those people that are around and that you're sending that message out to. But it really lifts your vibration. It helps you to know, hey, that felt pretty good. So the more we give the gratitude, the more energy we bring in, the more love there is there in our life. And it just makes a huge difference in the way the day is even going to flow. When I get up every morning, I start giving gratitude. I start putting that energy out there. So as soon as I wake up, I start saying, thank you. Thank you for another day. Thank you for another opportunity to experience, hopefully make a difference out in the world, to bring in more love and more light. I used to ask the question, what does it matter what I do? What does it matter how I feel or what I think or what I say? I'm just one person. It's just me, right? So it really doesn't matter. It's not going to affect anybody else if I'm angry or if I'm sad. But then I realized years after going through that phase of nobody cares and it doesn't matter anyway, I realized that it really does matter. It really is important what energy we're putting out, what our mindset is, what our frequency that's going out from us. I became a facilitator at Heart Math Institute, and I teach people how to do the heart-brain coherence that brings you to that very beautiful state of communicating through your heart center, allowing your heart and your brain to connect. When they connect, you're going in the highest brain state possible. And it's in that gamma brain state that you're able to bring healing into your own body. You're able to anti-age. You're able to do all of those things that you desire. You want to have happiness. You want to have good health, right? May I be happy and healthy. I hear that all the time. Doing this, bringing in your heart and your brain into coherence, helps your cells to repair. They start repairing immediately as soon as you get into that brain state. It helps you to focus. It brings your energy to a really good place inside where it's not that pull to go to the negative anymore. You're going to want that good feeling to last. So if you're pulled down into negativity, it certainly isn't going to last very long, but you can get right back up there by doing the heart brain again, and just focusing on the breathing, focusing on something very positive, and lifting yourself up. So what I found out, and Heart Math has done the research, so that's how I found this information, that every person adds to the collective soup that's in our world, that collective energy. It all comes together from each of us. So as we're putting out a vibration, a frequency of energy, it goes out there into that soup, into the mix. So if my vibration is one of anger or fear or sadness, it's going to bring that average of the vibration down a whole lot. If my vibration is high, if I've gone into joy and I've gone into gratitude and I've gone into an energy of love, which is the highest energy you can go into, it really increases the vibration in the collective. But not only that, it counteracts thousands of the people who are in the low vibration. So it does make a difference. Everything that you say, your thoughts, your intentions, the words that you speak, it all makes a difference because you're adding to that collective. But more importantly than that, it's doing something to you mentally and emotionally to lift your vibration up. If you allow that, the fires of life is what I call them, if you allow that to always knock you down, then just think about that, how devastating that is to go through life and always think, I'm waiting for that next foot to drop. I'm waiting for to get stepped on again, to be pushed around again. But you don't have to. You can pull yourself up by going into that higher feeling thought, as Abraham calls it. We can pivot away from whatever that low thought is of, I don't matter. It doesn't matter what I think or what I say. And know that it does matter. And that's the message I want to get across to you today. Everything that you say, feel, think, intend, all of it matters. And I want to say hello to Christina. Hello, my darling friend. It's so good to see you on here, Christina. So I want to take the last few minutes of the show. I'm only going to do half an hour today. And I want to take the last few minutes to talk about something that I've been doing since the first of the year, and several people that I know have been delving into the Course in Miracles. And I know the original is called A Course in Miracles. And what I've been doing this year, since the beginning of the year, is called The Course in Miracles Experiment, with a wonderful author named Pam Grout. Pam is actually going to be with me next Wednesday. She will be coming on to Soul Food Book Club meeting, because every week we are meeting to discuss this book and work through it. And I want to tell you, it's powerful. It is so amazing. Every day as I do the reading and as I do the lesson in the book, it lifts me, it changes me. It helps me to have more perspective. And as I was reading through it this week, I made some notes. And today's lesson was one of the most powerful ones that came in so far in this book. It started out with deconstructing. We talked about that last week on Gratitude Happy Hour. You have to sometimes go in and tear apart those beliefs to really look at them and say, do I still believe that? Am I still caught up in that energy, or does it not have any meaning for me anymore? Because that's one of the things we do as we tear apart the old and look at what was there in our memory field and in our belief system, then we can bring in what we really do think and what we really do want. It's in letting go of the old that we can manifest and bring in the new and create the world that we want to have. We create it. So day 12 was today's lesson. And the main gist of today's lesson is I get what I focus upon. I get what I focus upon. And I've heard this and preached this for many years, that what we look at, what we think about, what we talk about, it expands. If you want something to grow in your life, then just focus on it. Just put all of your energy there. If you want good experiences, happy moments, love in your life, then focus on that. If you want to look at how awful the world is, how bad everything is falling apart and all the people are in disarray and everything's in chaos, if you want more of that in your life, go for it. The more you focus on it, the more you're going to be seeing that and pulling that energy into your energy field. We really do have a choice. My beautiful friend Karen Palmer says we can choose every day if we're living in a prison or if we're living on a playground. And it's so true. And today's lesson is that. It is that whatever we focus on grows and expands. So how do you want to create your world? Do you want to go into that energy of everything is just so awful? And when somebody makes a comment to you about something, you immediately go to that negative thought and like, what's their agenda? Why are they asking me that? And oh boy, there's going to be a big argument going on. Or we can take what somebody says to us and we can pause and reflect and respond to them in a manner that's loving and kind and the way we would want to be spoken to. That's the difference. It's a choice. It is a choice that we make. And hello, my darling friend, Hope Wellington Marshall in the UK. Thank you for joining in to the conversation today. And the question I had put out earlier is if you want to share a happy memory, and that goes right along with this lesson. What are we focusing on? Are we looking at all of the bad things, and I say bad in quotes, are we looking at all those experiences that were not pleasant, that didn't bring us to a really good place in life, and focusing on those? Or are we going happy memory hunting and allowing ourselves to look at what's really wonderful in my life? What can I focus on that is so good and so great in life? So, yeah, today's lesson was powerful, wasn't it? It was so powerful. And it's telling us that we can choose to see the same old, same old. We can do that. We can go through life and say, nothing ever changes. Doesn't matter what I do, doesn't matter what I think or what I feel or how I treat others. And we can look at the world as a hostile place, or we can look at sunshine and see that the dark gave way to the sun. It gave way to the light. And that can be a metaphor. Whenever we see a nighttime, and then all of a sudden the sun comes up, we don't see the darkness anymore. We only see the light. We see the bright sunshine. We see what's happening in the world because the darkness isn't covering it up. The light is illuminating it. So do you want things to be illuminated, or do you want to still choose to look at it as a dark, cold, hostile world? It really is our choice. Christina says that book has become more important than I thought it would. Today's was a good one. After another run-in with not so good feelings and meanness first thing this morning, I did the lesson. Afterward, I decided that it was time to refocus. I closed the bully pulpit and spent good time with my family and an angel. I love that, Christina. I love that. That's been my experience many days, just feeling the hostility, feeling the anger, if you would. And I don't do that anymore. I have pivoted away from anything that's low vibration that I don't have to go into. And I started doing that about 7 years ago. I decided I don't want to live this way. I don't want to live a life where everything is always chaos. Everything is in turmoil. There's no joy. There's no reason to get up in the morning because it's going to be the same old, same old. So I made a change about 7 years ago. And I changed my location. I changed my friends. I changed everything about my life. And what I did when I did that made such a difference. And I took a year, seriously a year, to recover from all of that chaos and to really find me. And that book that I read from earlier, Hugs and Love, that was a 5-month journey into that year that I took. And I journaled every day. Every day there were lessons. Every day there were blessings. And that's what the book was. The book was that journey that I went through of looking at things with a different perspective. And that's what this book helps us to do. The Course in Miracles will change your life if you work it, if you want to do it. It's a choice. But seriously, going through some of these thoughts that I jotted down from the lessons every day, and I looked at some of these and I can still change. We're work in progress. We're not going to reach perfection. We're going to constantly have challenges because that's what this life is all about. But with this book, I can look back and I can say, this moment is the only reality I have. And I'm going to use this now moment to the best that I possibly can. When we stay present and we stay in that now moment, we're not dwelling on the past. We're not looking back with regret or shame or guilt. And trust me, I have a lot of that I could do. I could go back into places in that prior experience of life, and I can pull on those and I can go to a very deep, dark place. I don't choose to do that anymore. I choose to stay present. I choose to stay in the now. And I choose not to project forward. We don't know if we are going to have one more moment other than this now moment. We don't know what this next moment will bring if it does come. So if I'm projecting that it's going to be something horrible, if I'm projecting that things are just going to keep spiraling downhill and there's still going to be a lot of chaos in the world, I am disrespecting myself and I'm disrespecting this present moment that I'm in. This present moment is the only one that we have any control over. We can't change our past, nor do we need to. We can't know, like I said, if there's going to be a future or what that might look like. So staying present in this moment is the best thing that we can do. It doesn't mean to neglect planning or having goals. It's just staying in the energy of the moment, making the very best of each moment of your life. That's living. If you're constantly in the energy of regret and looking back or projecting and looking forward, you're only existing. You're only being in a space and occupying space. But if you want real happiness and real joy in your life and making more of those happy memory moments that I shared earlier, then stay present. Be present. Make the most of each moment. Say, what is really going on in this moment? Really look at it. Look at yourself. Look at how you're feeling. And make the changes if there's some that need to be made, like what Christina was sharing. We have options. That's our superpower. We can make decisions. We can make choices. So if something is not being in alignment with your energy, if there's a pull trying to bring you downward, pivot away from it. Turn off the computer, turn off the TV, go for a walk in nature, do some writing, do something creative that's going to bring your energy upward and help lift you out of that vibration, because you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay in that energy. You have choices. And many times we don't think we do. Many times we feel stuck. And that's how I was before 7 years ago, I felt like I was stuck. I couldn't move forward. I got up every morning and it was the same old, same old. And that's how I saw life. And then that wasn't working for me anymore. So is life working for you right now? Is it working the way you want it to work? Are you creating things the way you want them to be? The world is the way we create it, however you want it to be. And when you look at these lessons that are in the Course in Miracles, you create miracles. They come up every day. My life is a miracle. I feel that it is. I have come so far from where I was in that 7-year period. I have left so much of me behind that I'm nothing like the person I was back then. And it all had to do with self-exploration, looking inward and seeing, oh my gosh, I don't want to live like that. Making that conscious decision to change for what I call the better. I don't like using judgment words, but that was not a good space to be in. And now, every day I can say, I love my life. I love my life. And when I do more of this self-exploration that I'm doing every day with the Course in Miracles, what a difference. What a difference in life. I enjoy life. I enjoy the people in my life. And I love this beautiful family that has grown together during this time of the pandemic. I don't regret anything about this past year. I have no regrets. I only have blessings every day when somebody sends me a message or I see you online at one of the shows and we say hello and we say, I love you. What a difference it is than the way life was prior to this. So every day I stay present. Every day I choose intentionally to live in the moment and to live my life the way I've created it, the way I want it to be, which is joyful and happy. And I've even changed my alarm clock so that now it plays the song Happy by Pharrell. So that's what I wake up to every morning. And it's kind of like a little reminder. I can wake up happy. I can wake up in that good mood. And I can really look forward to a day ahead of me. And I hope that you'll find that same joy and happiness inside of you, whatever space you may be in right now. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be in that energy. Just go inside, go outside and breathe. Put your feet on the ground and ground into Mother Nature. It's one of the best things that you can do for yourself is to lift your vibration through energy of the earth and through finding those people that lift you up, not the ones that will tear you down, not the ones that will tell you how awful you are or compare you or criticize you. Find those people that will uplift you and help you to be in that better headspace. It's a choice that we make every day, every day. And hello to Suzanne, I see you on there. And hello to Grace Isis. I love you all so much. And Christina, only love and light is welcome here. A good friend said that. That's the choice we can make, right, Christina? We can make that choice every moment of our day and night. If we allow the low vibration in, if we allow that energy that's going to pull us away from our joy, then that's on us. It really is. It's a choice and a decision that we make. I want only love for all of you. I want happiness. I want health, good health, and joy. To stay in the joy, stay in the love. And on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, we have a book club called the Soul Food Book Club online. And we are delving every week this month into the Course in Miracles experiment. I plan on doing it daily, every day this year. I will be studying the Course, figuring out what thought is taking precedence, and have I gone backward into the stinking thinking, or am I staying present and living every moment, making the wiser choices, making the more conscious choices of how to live my life? And I pray that all of you that are hearing these words, if you're interested at all, you will either reach out to me or you'll go Google it or find it on Facebook and YouTube and come into the Soul Food Book Club so we can discuss the Course in Miracles experiment together. And Christina says it is all a choice. Choose joy. Choose joy. It is a choice. And Suzanne says sometimes we have to be reminded that we have that choice. This is so true, and this is why it's so important to surround yourself with those people that are going to remind you. Those people that when you start putting yourself down or doubting yourself, there will be somebody that says, you know what? You're amazing. You are beautiful, and I love you just the way you are. That unconditional love, it's hard to come by sometimes in life, but when you find it, when you find yourself in a place where you're receiving that kind of love and that kind of support from others, stay there. Stay in that place that makes you happy, that place that brings you that moment of just saying, I don't have to pretend to be anything I'm not. I can just be myself. I can express myself. I can share with others my real raw moments, those moments that sometimes we wouldn't think about sharing with those that we know would tear us apart for it, those that we know would bring in an energy of criticism and judgment. But if you find those people that will lift you up, hang on to them for dear life, because that will be what gets you through those moments when everything looks so dark, because it doesn't have to be dark at all. Remember, there's sunshine that comes after the dark night. So let some of the people that you know will be there for you truly be there. Let them be your sunshine. Let them bring the end to that dark night and help you to see things as they truly are, to illuminate the fact that we're all the same. There's no one better. There's no one less than. Nobody should be put up on a pedestal, and nobody should be knocked down in life either. So find those people that honor you, that honor the spirit inside of you. On another show that I do called the The Morning Cup of Joy, I had a little moment there where I couldn't remember. The Morning Cup of Joy, we end that show with words, and the words are namaste, y'all. And that one word, namaste, is one of the most important words there is, because it's a way of life, really. Namaste says, I see you. I see that very same light inside of you that's inside of me. I see you as the same as me, the same spirit, the same love, the same light. And I honor that. I respect that. And I love that. When we can look at somebody and say, namaste, and really mean those words, not say it sarcastically or, making fun, but really going into the energy of what that word means, we are at such a good place in life. When we can honor other people and respect other people, then that is going to bring in world peace. That's when we're going to stop criticizing, stop judging, and stop seeing each other as separate. We're all one. We are all from the same place. We are all spiritual beings here living this human experience and walking each other home. That's what we're doing. We're helping each other to navigate this thing called life, to walk each other through those fires. Hold your hand while you walk over the hot coals of all those struggles and all those challenges. That's what we're doing. And if somebody is criticizing and judging you for your struggles or even for your great moments of joy, then just pivot away from that and find that beautiful energy that's going to help lift you up. I just want to see what's being said before we end the show. Tammy Fisk, I love you, darling. Thank you for being here. Tammy says, I'm still dealing with so much with my daughter, but making the choice to stay calm, so doing better. Not saying it works all the time. She got me yesterday and I had to jump off our video without saying goodbye. Baby steps, but I feel better about my choices. What a great point, Tammy. The baby steps are important. We don't go from the very bottom rung of depression or sadness way up to exhilaration in just one big leap. We don't do that. We're human. And those things that happen, those fires, those struggles that I mentioned, sometimes they knock us down quite a bit, don't they? And sometimes we have to deal with the emotional side of those things. We have to feel it to heal it, as I love to say, because it's important to allow those emotions to come up to be healed. It's important to acknowledge them. It's important to give them love, to not resist, to not say, I'm not going to deal with you right now, go away. We have to allow. As my beautiful friend Marietta says, accept, align, allow. So the more you can pull that energy up and out of you and look at it and give it honor and respect, it's part of your human experience. Whatever you're going through is part of you. So love it. Love every part of you, not just one part, not just the part where you're happy and you're laughing and you're joyful. That's easy to love, right? We can love on that all day long. But when we go into an emotional state like sadness or anger or whatever it might be, it's a little harder to say, I love you, but it's not impossible. And it's the best thing you can do for yourself. Take those baby steps. Just first baby step would be to look at it and acknowledge it, to see that it's there, to honor it, and then say, okay, I see you and I love you because you're part of me. You're part of my experience here on this earth plane. And I'm just going to show you love, nothing else but love. And then you can release it when that happens because you're at a good place to do so. If you're resisting it, you're rowing that boat upstream and fighting like crazy, you're not in a good place to handle that emotion and to let it go. Sometimes we hold on at that point, don't we? I'm going to hold on to this anger because I'm so mad. But the best thing that you can do is just to release it and let it go. So Tammy, I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you for taking those baby steps, and for honoring yourself and honoring your emotions and just working through it. There's no race. There's nothing that says you have to do it now, that it has to be let go this instant. So take your time, whatever is needed. Just know that you have begun the journey, and know that it's all about this experience that's bringing us to a better place spiritually. With each experience, we grow. And sometimes they're pretty big experiences, they're big hurdles. But when we get through that and when we've jumped over that hurdle, wow, that growth is phenomenal. So Tammy says, I've actually felt happy the last 2 days and have not had that in a long time. I mean, truly happy, like inside. So nice to feel that. I love this group for helping me get there and supporting me. Absolutely. As I was saying, when you find those people that love you unconditionally, that help you no matter what it is, no matter what you're going through, what that experience is, hold on to that. Hold on to that and just love them back, because that's what that experience is all about. What you put out into the universe, you get back. So if you start putting love out there and saying those words, I love you, you're going to hear that, and you're going to hear it a lot. So keep on keeping on, Tammy and Christina. And Christina says, that makes my heart feel happy for you, Tammy. And absolutely, absolutely. My happiest moments are when I see those people in my life being uplifted, when I see them joyful, and I see them really finding that space where they can just be themselves. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for coming in to Gratitude Happy Hour. I have asked a dear friend to come on with me next week. I'm waiting to hear if he's going to say yes. I have a feeling that he will. I kind of twisted his arm, and we'll see if that happens. And if any of you want to come on with me and hold a discussion on Gratitude Happy Hour, I would love to have you on here with me. And every week as I come on, we'll spend a few moments talking about the Course in Miracles, because it's an important part of my life, and it's an important part of gratitude. So thank you for being here. And as I learned from the Course in Miracles experiment book this week, this is a beautiful way to end any discussion. I love you. I love you. I love you. Goodbye. I'll see you later.